This, my name is. My topic is being in the military. Who has joined the military? Same. I'm sure you all have family that was in World War II, same as I have. But I can't join because I'm deaf. For example, after graduated, 3 months after I graduated high school, I went to the Navy office to join. There was a man that was standing there. He asked if I could read lips. He pulled out a paper and pulled out he wanted to ask 3 questions. He told me, sorry, you have to travel, and if you're deaf, you can't. So for 2 years, I continued to try. So one of my teachers from high school was in the Mexican War. So he went with me. He said, oh, he wants to join the military. And they said, no, sorry, he can't because he's deaf. No, he was one of my students. Secondly, a friend of mine was in the military. He went with me to the military interview, and they were asking me questions. So the third one is here. This is my alma mater. So I wanted to go to the officer training. So I went through the training, and they already taught me this, but they sent me an email. They wanted to meet with me. So I replied. First time they said no. I told them they were deaf, so I was expecting them to say no, but they told me that we could try to work something out. So I mailed the paperwork. So all my life, I was talking with people and made a decision to apply. So Texas had a war, and the captain was deaf. So in the Civil War, there was a lieutenant. They both were deaf. And in World War II, there were a few deaf people in the war. So what's the point? In history, there was deaf people in the military. So, in the intelligence in here, there's a whole list of jobs that people who are deaf could do in the military. So he asked, how would you communicate with a hearing guy in the military? Pen, paper, sign, reading lips? So I did go to boot camp, and every day if I went, I could socialize with different groups, get to know each other. So in this captain, his leg was amputated, but he was able to fight in the war. So after the war, what did he do? He came back and he started fixing different things. So another one had his arm was injured. In Iraq, he was in a car and the car blew up and his eyes, now he's blind. So now he works in the hospital with the military. So if these people can do it, why can't I? There's a whole bunch of work in the military where you don't have to go and fight. If I were to go in the military, I could still do the intelligence part and work in intelligence. Deaf soldiers still have skills. There's a percentage that are not in combat that are still in the military. So all of this, no doubt, I agree with this. So in the fall, I did the ROTC. So they told me, I've never had a deaf person in here before. Can you do this, this, and this? How can you communicate? I've never had an experience with a deaf person in the military before. I told him I really just want to learn new skills and be in the military. I want to learn how to be social with the other guys. So for example, the first day of class, every morning you wake up, you have to work out. Friday mornings you have to go to lab. You have to practice. You have to show up at 5:30 in the morning. Then you take a class. Every morning, then Fridays you go and you practice for training. So they said, so I showed up on Friday and they did a marching drill. So they figured I'd be better behind the line, behind the row of 4. So the guy that opened the door for me and sent me the email said, oh, he wants to learn about the military, he wants to learn about combat. So all the eyes were on me. Wow, they were surprised. So 2 weeks went by, no uniform, nothing. One day, they came up to me, said, oh, we have a uniform. So they gave me 2 bags full of full of the stuff I needed for uniform, helmet, everything I needed. So every morning I get up and I put on the uniform. It was an honor to wear the uniform. So I went to Army basic training. So if you got hurt during training, it was your responsibility. So my skills, they built upon the skills. So one time there was helicopter training. And it was trying to land. So we all filed on the helicopter, put on our equipment. It told me I can get on the helicopter. You have to follow orders. Sorry, it was messed up. So they were discussing, the captains were discussing. The last minute they said, get on the helicopter. I was so excited. I ran on the helicopter. Yes! So I learned how the social, I had great support. New picture, please. So they supported me and I felt a connection. It's like your brothers and sisters. You're all connected. It's like family. You learn a lot of different skills there, how to blow up things. So this is from fall of training. So this is Philip, this is assigned him. He was higher in command. Every time I saw him, he seemed real military. He was really strong individual. He taught me a lot in depth. They tell you how to swim through different things, how to run and shoot. They give you a badge. See this badge right here? So this guy, he had an accent. And he got a scar on his face. I'm not catching this at all. They couldn't believe I was deaf. Too far away, I can't see. So then 2 weeks ago, what happened, So I'm in these two right now. In the fall, I'll do these. They asked if I needed hearing aids. They told me if I wanted to continue level 3, I can't and couldn't do this. I would have to give my uniform back. My immediate above me, I had told him that I would need to leave, and he said, "Well, why?" And I said, "Well, the high boss told me I needed to pass all these things in order to continue." I was here already for a few years, and they told me I couldn't go into the army because I was deaf. They said, "Oh, with all the people who have different disabilities, you mean to tell me I can't be in the military?" I needed all the support from everybody. Before, blacks couldn't join the army. Women couldn't join the army either, or in the military. So now it's our turn. Now it's time for us to be able to join the military.